engineer beers are available in the store. I'll take a bow, say thank you. We'll see you next week. Okay. Welcome, everybody. If you know me, you know that if you've got fur and paws, I'm in. Let's turn off the music. There we go. Think we're done there. Hi, welcome to 4HOtrains.com. I am Mrs. Muffin, coming to you from Mr. Muffin's Trains in Atlanta, Indiana, on this wonderful holiday preview evening. 4th of July is this weekend. I'm sure everybody's out and about, getting their boats in the water, heading to the swimming pool, getting their barbecues ready. I hope everybody has a safe, healthy, and happy 4th of July. I'll just go over a few. Hello, Massimo's Trains. Hello, Katie. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you taking the time during this holiday weekend preparations. Big weekend this weekend. Biggest one of the summer, isn't it? So we have a new boxcar from KD this week. This is a 40-foot PS1 boxcar in Buffalo Creek. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Look at the top. I just think the top is beautiful. That rail. So it is a single door boxcar. Woo, there we go. Single door. And that is in Buffalo Creek. We have them in stock now. They just came in today. So if you need a little Buffalo Creek boxcar, hit us up on 4HOtrains.com and place your order. So thank you. That's pretty cool. Hi, Tom Polly. I have not met you before. Madison, West Virginia. Welcome. Welcome to 4HOtrains.com. I was just telling everyone this is a KD PS1 40-foot boxcar in Buffalo Creek. So that's new this week. Just received it today. Set that aside. Moving on, we have a lot of just announced product, which is amazing over this holiday week. A lot of the manufacturers take this week off, as you know. We did not. We are here, and we will be closed tomorrow. And as most people know, we're closed Saturdays through July. We'll be back on August the 2nd. Without further ado, let me go to the just announced page, show you what's going on. These are just announced. These are from Athearn, the Genesis models, and we have obviously diesel engines. These are SD90 Max. As you see here, this is Union Pacific. Just beautiful, beautiful cars. Look at that front, back, side views. Again, SD90 Max from Athearn, the Genesis model. And then they also have sound and no sound. Another paint scheme, another road number. Several more road numbers. You see 8508, 8511, 8515, 8519. And then we have 8500. That is the Electromotion Vision Leasing. So again, SD90 Max with sound and without sound. And then we have more SD90 Max in Union Pacific, new road numbers, 8928, 8929, 8931. Again, just beautiful, beautiful engines. Moving on. Now we move into the SD70 Mac in British Columbia Rail. Look at that paint scheme. I honestly have not seen this paint scheme before. I think that British Columbia Rail in the two-tone green with those orange accents is just stunning. Look at that. Again, SD70 Max. We also have the Missouri, Kansas, and Texas MKT in that lovely green with the goldish yellow lettering and striping. Look at those MKTs. Don't you love that bold MKT on the side? Moving on, we've got Frisco. We love Frisco. In the red and white. Again, these are SD90 Max, and these are from Athearn. It's their Genesis line. We have Rock Island in that beautiful blue, the Rock Island blue, with the big R logo on the side. Got Missouri Pacific in their navy blue with the red badge, 2 different road numbers. Got a lot of cars here. It's really amazing how many they did. And of course, you have the sound equipped and the non-sound. So if you're looking for an SD90 Mac, they are just announced, and pre-orders are due at the end of July, July 25th. And as you know, if you don't pre-order one, we will likely stock them. And if you decide you just have to have one after they come in, we will have it for you. If you do pre-order and you change your mind, there's no harm, no foul. We don't charge a deposit or charge you for your pre-orders. Moving on, we have the MP15 ACs. Again, MP15 AC, that's a mouthful, isn't it? We have them in Southern Pacific in that gray, black, and red. Isn't that great? I love that engine housing. Pretty cool. We have it in the Sioux line. Sioux is very popular around here, as you can imagine, the Midwest. We have it in the traditional red and white, and then we have it in the orange and black. And again, 2 road numbers in the orange and black. Wisconsin Southern. One of them is their pale yellow scheme, almost a solid pale yellow. And the other is the orange and black, very similar to Milwaukee or the other Sioux paint scheme. But those are Wisconsin Southern. And again, these are MP15 ACs. These are TFM, which is Transportation Ferro Maria Mexicana. Sorry, I can't pronounce all that. I didn't take Spanish. Hello, Kevin Martin. How are you? Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate everybody being with me tonight. We're just going over the MP15 ACs, newly announced from Athearn. They're just really beautiful. We have several road names and multiple road numbers within those road names. This next one is Carload Express. I don't know what happened to their typography there, but it's not Arload Express. It is Carload Express. Again, in that beautiful red and black with the yellow highlights. I love the ends. They kind of look like trolley cars. I'm not sure that they want them to look like trolley cars, but I think they look pretty cool. Then we've got Seaboard System in the gray with their yellow and gold logo. Again, Seaboard System in the MP15 ACs. Again, these are all newly announced, ready for pre-order by July 25th. Next up, we have Tacoma Rail, again in that red and white with the black roof. Just beautiful. A lot of product they've announced, lot. More details on them. Again, you can check these out on our website, 4HOtrains.com. And then into some rolling stock, we have PS2 covered hoppers. We've got it in Southern Pacific, Santa Fe, Atlantic Sugar. Monon, as we know, that's one of Mr. Muffin's very favorite. Missouri, Kansas, and Texas. That MKT can go with your engine. Got the Sioux line, again, match it up to those engines. And then we've got, moving on from Athearn into Walthers. Walthers had a lot of products announced this week as well. They are also due at the end of this month. 40-foot single-sheath boxcars with the dreadnought ends. We have those in Santa Fe, Louisiana and Arkansas, Canadian National, Milwaukee Road. Frisco, we have them with data only, undecorated, and in Illinois Central. So if you get them undecorated, you can put your own road names on them. We also have 40-foot wood reefers with the wood ends from Walthers. You can see we've got Pacific Fruit Express, American Refrigerated Transit, Pacific Fruit Express again, Packerland Packing, pretty cool, and Sioux Line. So again, if you're looking for reefer cars, those are from Walthers. The 68-foot rail-gone gondolas, these are unique in that they're a little bit elongated as well as a lower profile gondola. Pretty amazing looking. I think they look really cool in any consist. We have them in Arkansas and Oklahoma Railroad, Montana Rail Link, BNSF, TILX, CSXT, Union Pacific, and Ferromax. Again, those are the 68-foot rail-gone gondolas. That's hard to say. So pretty cool. Take a look at those. If you have any interest in a unique gondola. For layout inspirations, as you know, Atlas puts out some terrific HO track plans in packages, which makes it really easy to design a layout with having to do a detailed track plan and figure out all the curves and all the pieces and all the track screws and connectors. This is all in one box. This one is the out and back in 4-foot by 8-foot. As you can see, you've got a figure 8 with a siding or two, and then you've got part of the figure 8 slips off into a second siding, and it's really, for a 4x8 layout, there is a lot of activity happening here. So these are layout inspirations. You can check out all of Atlas's pre-designed layout schemes on 4HOtrains.com. We've got them all in stock. Again, that is the out and back code 100 layout, $581, and everything that you need to build that layout is in the kit, except for the layout table. Sorry, you're going to have to build that yourself. So that 4x8 sheet of plywood has to be hauled in from your favorite lumber store. Mine is Lowe's. We spend a lot of time there. They know us by name. They know that Friday night is date night at Lowe's. It's very funny. We go there for a lot of things, including seeing dogs. So I don't know how many of you go to Lowe's, but it's one of my favorite places. Okay, moving on. Let's see what I have next here. We have, again, let's go out our pre-order deadlines. Oh, back to me. Sorry. There I am. Hi, back. Here I am. The pre-order deadlines for Rapido, their May announcement is due 7/15, so we've got about 10 days. The Broadway Limited June 2025 announcements are due here coming up on 7/15 as well. And the Intermountain June 2025 announcements are due again on July 15th. Then I've got a few more downtown deco building kits to show you. Interesting, I don't know how many of you build a lot of your own kits for your layouts, but when it's hot like it is going to be this weekend, I don't know about your neck of the woods, as that gentleman from the Today Show would say, but it's going to be well into the 90s here with unbelievable humidity. Anybody that's ever spent a summer in Indiana knows that that gets a little unpleasant outside, even spending time in the water. So when Steve was a kid, his father built him an 8-foot work table in his bedroom instead of just having a desk, so he could build models, do homework, and he had a little airbrush station at the end. So in that 8-foot space, he had a lot of working room. And of course, this is in the days before air conditioning. Steve and I grew up, oh, there's a fly in my hair. Steve and I grew up without air conditioning, as you can imagine. And so he'd sit there with a big box fan and cool himself off and build building kits for, well, he was building planes at that time. But in later years, when he had air conditioning, he would sit inside and build buildings for his layout. And sometimes the layout wasn't built yet, but it was planned. And so in anticipation of building it when you have more time in inclement weather, it's nice to get some building kits done to kind of inspire you as what's going on and let you make any adjustments you might need to that planned layout based on the buildings that you might build. You know, you look at these kits and you might find one with a slightly bigger footprint. So Downtown Deco, as you know, I'm a big fan. We have started carrying these kits in store just recently. They are plaster. They are built to last. They are pretty easy to put together, believe it or not. And then you can paint them. The plaster takes paint really, really well. So I have a couple of kits for you. These are all Adams Avenue. And the really cool thing about this is a whole series. We have Adams Avenue parts 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So you can build any or all of it. This is Adams Avenue Part 1. As you can see, it looks like two different storefronts. You've got a pawn shop as well as a little corner store kind of situation. And it's just a wonderful detailed kit. Wherever you, as they say, wherever you see train tracks, you're bound to find a rundown looking block of stores. So these are rundown, ramshackle, and decrepit. This kit features beautifully detailed hydrocal castings, plastic doors and windows, full color signs and awnings, tar paper roofs, and complete, easy to understand painting and aging instructions. This first one is approximately 8 inches by 5 inches. The sidewalk and the figures are not included. But that is Adams Avenue Part 1, so you could build a whole rundown city block next to your railroad tracks. Let's see what Adams Avenue number 2 looks like. Part 2 is just expanding that rundown building, heading into a whole nother series of buildings on the wrong side of the tracks. So you've got your bail bonds, you've got your little corner store, you've got a massage parlor, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, what could that be? So that's part 2. Part 3 is the Palace Card House, the Palace Card Room. So you could add this, and as you know, interesting things might happen in that card palace as people win and lose, and some people are better winners and lesser losers. So things could erupt in there. So that is part 3. Again, you could build a whole city block. And then part 4, and these kits are heavy. I mean, they are really substantial. This is part 4. This is kind of the better looking part of the block. This is a little bit bigger. And, oh, sorry, this fly is driving me crazy. You've got kind of a pin-up style billboard there on the side. It's the bottoms up bar. So looks like you've got a little bit of a hotel on top. So all those railroad guys might come in and spend the night, do a little dining and drinking, and go spend the night upstairs. So that's part 4. Moving on to part 5. This one's really great. This is, isn't that terrific? You've got 3 different buildings, has a little bit of everything. You've got cracked stucco, you've got old brick, you've got new brick, you've got fire escapes, security bars, full color signs, rooftop details, new detail castings, interesting footprint with rear walls, a lot of potential for making a neat scene using the back of it. And again, it's the hydrocal castings, the tissue doors and windows. So, and this one is 6.5 by 12 inches. All told, by the time you built this whole thing, you'd be about 32 inches long. So if you're looking for a little project while it's too hot outside, take a look at some downtown deco buildings and see if you want to build your first one or maybe your 10th one. But take a look. Hello, Sci 3, how are you? Just going through some downtown deco buildings. So that was my downtown decos. Let's see what else I have going on. Oh, I know what I have going on. These are, let me cue up the video. These are in stock and going to be part of Sam's weekly deals. This is, got a lot to remember here, sorry. Go to the iPad. Okay. So these are in stock. This is a little video of 4HOtrains FPA A and B units in your diesels. You've got Canadian National in 2 different paint schemes, and you've got Via Rail Canada. So they are all Canadian lines, but they're just beautiful. And the FA sets, look at those details. Look at that paint job. Just really beautiful, beautiful quality. So that's the Canadian National in the green and black. That's your product number if you're just dying to order one. And then we've got Canadian National in the traditional black and red and white with, I can't remember what they call those stripes, but it's a particular paint scheme. That is, again, your A and B set, FA and Bs. And product number coming up here is, there we go, product numbers in the back. I'm going to get to that soon. But look at that detailing. I mean, the sharp lines on that crisp paint Just beautiful. 6859. So these are, oh, wet noodle is your paint scheme. I knew it was something fun. So the wet noodle paint scheme, and then moving on, we have Via Rail, and the Via Rail is in the black and yellow with the red lettering, a little bit of gray on there as well. And again, just really, really sharp paint schemes. It looks more blue. Actually, I think it is more blue. I was wrong about gray. So I lied. It is blue and black with the yellow highlighting. And that is the Via Rail, also Canadian line. And those are all going to be featured in Sam's weekly deal this week. So if you're looking for an FP AB set, take a look at those. Those are all your product numbers. Just beautiful, beautiful sets. So those are in stock now and headed for the weekly deal. So I hope you enjoyed those. I like showing them this way instead of, wiggling them around in front of my face. So I'll stop that. There we go. And I'll come back over here. One of the things I like to do every week, and if you have any clubs that you would like to see featured, if you're a member of a club or if you know of a club that you would like to see featured, we really like to highlight people that are engaged in the hobby and sharing it with the public. This is a really big club up in Ann Arbor, Michigan. It is, let's see, got to come over here. There we go. This is the Huron Valley Railroad. They are located in Ann Arbor, Michigan. They have a really wonderful story. They're actually in Dexter, Michigan, which is a suburb of Ann Arbor. They started in 1946. They may be one of the oldest clubs around. I'll get some videos here for you. They've got a lot of still shots of their HO layout. There's a schematic of what their layout looks like. Their layout, believe it or not, is 20 by 45 feet. It took them a long time, but they finally got into a committed space. They own the building. They actually bought the old Penn Central Depot in Dexter, Michigan. It took them a long way to get there. They started out in the attic of a cafe that was attached to a general store. They went to a bank basement. They were always rebuilding their HO layout, which I completely sympathize with, having built 3 layouts in 5 years with Mr. Muffin's trains. So this is a little bit of a video of their layout, and you can see the scope of it. I mean, 20 by 45 is a lot of HO layout. But look how beautifully detailed they are. It is inspired by the Norfolk Southern Main Line, and their enduring passion. So as you can imagine, the club is fairly large. They do host public open houses the first Wednesday of every month from 7:30 to 9, so it is open to the public, 7:30 to 9 on the first Wednesday of every month. The club itself holds their meetings every Wednesday from 6 until 9, so that's when they get together and work on the layout. New members are always welcome. Come by any Wednesday evening. So if you live in the Ann Arbor area, you might take a look at that, or if your summer plans take you anywhere near Ann Arbor, maybe if you're nearby on a Wednesday night, maybe stop in and see the Huron Model Railroad Club. Look at this detailing. Let's give them a few minutes here to take a look and enjoy their layout. So again, if you know of any clubs that you would like to see featured, reach out to me at mrsmuffin@4HOtrains.com, and I'd be happy to feature them. Basically, I go through a lot of different resources every week to highlight train clubs. I think their detailing is terrific. Their lighting could use a little help. And if you're with the Huron Model Railroad Club, I apologize for that. But I just think it's a spectacular layout, and I think if I'm up in that area on a Wednesday night, I'm going to stop in and take a look on the first Wednesday of any month. So yeah, look at that. I mean, they have put a tremendous amount of work into this. And obviously, they've got switches and sidings and just spectacular. So if you have a chance, take a look at them either online or if you're up in Michigan and want to visit. They are open to the public the first Wednesday of every month from 6:30 until 9. Or 7:30 until 9. Sorry, 7:30 until 9. I think they have their meeting beforehand. So that is what's going on. And I will leave you, as you're going through this video, talk to you a little bit about why 4HOtrains.com. As you know, our goal is to continue to promote the hobby and support the hobbyist. And that is our goal across all of our platforms, be it O scale or HO scale. And we are, trying to support you with different design ideas and layout building and scenery ideas, as well as weathering and advice on, what kind of trains, what kind of track to use. And we also, the best part of it is we do offer quantity discounts. If you look at our website, we are 10% off at 400. We are 15% off at 800 and 20% off at 1200. We also have our weekly specials. Sorry, I shut the video off. My fault. We have weekly specials. If you tune in to Sam, she can show you those. There we go. I'm back. Okay. We'll go back to that. There we go. Okay, we'll stop. Sorry. I kind of digressed. So yeah, moving right along. Sorry. There we go. So I'll come back over here. There we go. Hi, I'm back. Again, we do offer weekly specials. They are only available if you are signed up for the newsletter. So feel free to sign up on our website, 4HOtrains.com. It is free to sign up, and you'll be eligible for some terrific deals. We do offer free shipping on all of our HO orders, continental U.S. only, so not Canada, not international. No deposit is required for any pre-orders, and of course you get our traditional muffin service, which is where we really try to support you and your progress in the hobby. So we welcome you to do business with us, and we'd like to do business with you. If you're anywhere near Atlanta, Indiana, come visit us. Our store is open Monday through Friday Tuesday through Friday from noon until 5. And in August, the store will be back open from 10 until 3 on Saturdays. The layout will be operational from 10 until 3 on Saturdays starting August the 2nd. So thank you so much. I hope you have a happy, healthy, and safe 4th of July. And I appreciate everyone that tuned in to me tonight. Thank you. I appreciate that. And I will leave you with my new favorite, Dancing Bears. Thank you, everybody.